Debonair. Okay. Third question. So, oh, this is perfect. So, why so many women are so comfortable? Well, in your opinion, why do you think so many women are so comfortable with being a baby mama instead of being a wife?
Honestly, I feel like it's not necessarily like they're comfortable. They've just been forced to become comfortable. Because, in my personal opinion, once you start making steps, like you move in, you still don't got a ring, you're letting it get to the point where you're getting comfortable.
Yeah.
Why is he gonna propose to you when you're already moving together, you're already sharing a lease? You might even have a kid. So like he's not gonna propose. You didn't put those guidelines in place before. That's just my opinion. Of course we're all adults, you do what you want. But if you had guidelines in place, like, okay, I'm not gonna move in with my man until I get married or whatever. There's some people who believe that. So there's more of a chance, I just believe highly of a chance of your man proposing. Not to trick
Yeah.
him into proposing or anything. It's just I feel like they get comfortable. So it's like, oh, why you need to propose? It's just a paper type situation.
Yeah.
So then the woman's like, oh, you're right. No, I know he's not gonna leave me. That's mine.
They be
Mm-mm.
out here looking crazy as hell. Trust me.
Mm-mm.
They be out here looking
Mm-mm.
crazy as hell. I,
Wife is
I,
different.
yeah,
Wife is a
exactly.
whole different title.
Exactly.
I was having this conversation with my friend the other day. Wife is a whole different title than baby mama. It's
Talk to
higher.
'em.
You
Talk
can
to
get
'em.
anybody pregnant.
Oof.
You can get anybody and everybody pregnant. But you can only have one wife. It's illegal
Hey, there you go.
to have
There you go.
multiple wives in the United States.
There you go.
So it's different. Even the states see that.
Mm-hmm. No,
Yep.
and that's the thing. That's the thing that kills me the most, man. Like a lot of the time, and I see this over and over and over again. They're so quick to be a baby mom, like having kids with men, like they have no problem doing that. But getting married, it's like, well, no, I don't. I'm too young to get married. I'm like, okay, well, were you too young to have a damn child too? Like,
That's
what you
so
talking about?
crazy to me because I guess I just run in a different circle. I don't know many females like that. They might not want to get married at like, cause what? I'm 23. I'm pretty young, so no one's thinking about marriage right now. But I know all my girlfriends at some point want to be married.
Yeah.
No one's thinking about it right this moment. So I've never heard a female say, "Nah, I don't want to get married. I just want to have his kids."
Mhm.
I've never heard that before.
You know what it is. I think what it is we're from two different places because like where I'm from, man. Like I was born and raised in in Lakes, but I was raised in Lauder Hill in Palisade. I don't know if you know where Palisade is. It's like close to Lauder Hill Mall
Hmm.
over on 19th and 31st.
Yeah, I've seen that area.
Yeah. So it's like right next to the graveyard, man. So it's like that's basically where I grew up at, man. And so like everybody that know that area, they know that it's called like Driftwood Apartments and stuff like that. I think now it's called Lot of Hill Apartments or something like that. I can't remember what it's called now. But that was like legit. That was legit the hood, man. Like much every girl my age by the time I hit 2022, they already had 2, 3 kids already. Like you
Dang,
know what I'm
it's a
saying?
different mentality.
Yeah, it's sad, man. It's really sad. So like, trust me, and I'll tell them all the time, like, bro, you over here having all these kids with this man, living with him, doing this, that, and third. You might as well go ahead and what I'm saying, nip this in the bud, get married, and then that's it. You know what I'm saying? But it's an issue for a lot of them. I don't know why.
Is the guy willing to marry them?
That I don't know, but that will make it worse. Like, why are you having kids with a man that don't want to marry you? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. That makes it worse, man. That makes it worse. Me personally, I don't I wouldn't mind because I know you said earlier that you wouldn't move in like with a guy whatever that's not ready to propose. But I
Hmm.
wouldn't mind my girl because my ex lived with me. Me and my ex was together for about 4 years. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? My ex lived with me for about I want to say I don't even know 10 months, maybe a year or something like that. But she was unemployed at the time. I was helping her get a job. Eventually, she got a job at Teleperformance and blah 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 and stuff like that. So I personally, I wouldn't mind if she lived with me. Um, I still believe in marriage. I believe I'm going to get married. I know for a fact I'm going to get married. I definitely want to have kids. So I'm not having kids until I get married. I can say that right now. I'm not having kids until I get married.
You can't
That's
control
a,
that though. You
I,
can't control that.
listen.
When I start moving in, I just feel like there's more boundaries with your own place. You know what I mean? Of course, if you don't have the financial means or whatever, you don't got people to help you out. You gotta
Yeah.
do what you gotta do. But yeah, I'm not moving in with a guy until like literally we get married.
Damn.
And I'm moving.
What happens if it was like a year and a half? He slid you the key. Oh, baby,
It's a year and a half and you don't know if you want to marry me yet.
maybe he proposed already. Maybe I mean, I don't know.
Okay, then
I'm
we
just
could
saying.
just wait for the marriage. We could wait till the I do's. What's wrong with that?
I want to live. We would have to be together for at least maybe living together for at least 6 months or maybe a year before, man, because you never know how people really truly is until you live with them. You know what I'm saying? And I'm really big on that, man. I'm really big on that because you never know. You move in with each other after marriage. He want the AC off. You want the AC on. Now you got issues.
There's ways around that. No one's saying you don't have a sleepover, you don't do
Yeah,
a trip together and
yeah.
everything like that. But living together, like literally, that's where my clothes resides. That's where put my head every single night. I just feel like someone's gonna get comfortable or we gonna slip up and someone's gonna get pregnant. And I'm not having a kid before marriage, period. So
Right.
I don't know, a little different with it, I guess.
No, we need more women like you, man. Trust me, we need more women
Uh,
like you. We need more women like you because I can't begin to tell you how many times I hear stories like this over and over and over again, and it'll be the same thing like you said earlier. Oh, okay, well I'm pregnant, but he said we're gonna do this. He said we're gonna no, sweetie, no, he's not. No, he's
no,
not.
exactly.
One
And
of my
you can't
homegirls.
even blame anyone but yourself in that
Exactly,
situation because
exactly.
there's reasons why. It's like I'm old school with it. I'm more biblical with it. So that's
Uh
why
oh,
this is how I run a little bit. I'm more
I feel you.
biblical.
I feel you.
So there's just certain things, yeah, I'm not gonna move like that. Nothing wrong with it. You know, some people they can't see themselves with that person until they know everything. So living with them will require them to know everything. If you snore at night, if you put the toilet seat down, clean, you know. So I just think there's ways to figure that out. And if you do move in and then you find out that your man's not willing to propose or he's dragging their feet, you can't blame anyone but yourself. Because I bet you your mama, your auntie, everybody told you, you better get a ring first, sweetie,
Mm-hmm.
in some way, of shape, or form. Or you knew it in the back of your head in some way, shape, or form. Unless you don't believe in monogamy and you're just like, it's chill, we're living together, like, this is just us, this is how it works, then by all means, like, live your best life, boo.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Now, for me, I can tell you right now, man. No, I refuse. I refuse. I am not having kids until I get married. I wouldn't. I would prefer like again like I said with my ex that was like a different situation, but
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind like if she hits me up on some I would like to live with you or that and third. Like I'm not moving in with her. She got to move with me. That's not no, that's not happening. I'm not
Really?
no
Why? Wait, let's touch up on that.
no
Why?
no
Why?
man
Is
no. I This is something
that like a
my
manly thing, like an ego or a pride?
yes, kind of, sort of, yes, kind, yeah, sure.
Mm.
Why not? Yeah, I'll go with it.
Oh,
It's
why not?
different. It's different. It's different, man. It's different. Like you never know. Like relationships typically fail. Like you know what I'm saying with serious relationships, they typically fail within the first 3 years anyway. So like I just refuse to be in that situation to the point where and you've seen these videos all the time where man stuff is all on the streets, all on the sidewalk, stuff like that. Like that's not gonna happen to me. You know what I'm saying? And me
But guys
knowing
do that
myself,
too. Guys do that too.
oh, I wouldn't. Well, me knowing me, I wouldn't do that to him. I'm not gonna throw your stuff on the street. I'm not. It's not. No. It was the same thing with me and my ex when we were together, and then she was living with me. We broke up. I gave her time to get herself situated or to move back in with her mom or whatever. Like, no, I'm not. You're just not gonna come home and see your stuff in the middle of the street. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna do that to you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm real traditional, man. Like but when I do get married, like my wife, she doesn't have to pay bills. If she wants to work, she can. It's up to her. But I'll prefer that I pay everything. Like everything's gonna be in my name. I pay for everything. You know what I'm saying? She ain't gotta worry about nothing. If she wants to work, then cool. If she doesn't want to work, then you know what I'm saying. I'm not tripping on that. But I would
Mm.
prefer that she would stay home with the kids and stuff like that because I don't. Nah, my kid's not gonna be no damn daycare. They're not gonna be. Nah, that's not happening. That's not happening. Like I want my wife to be at home with the kids, with the family. That's it. I don't want strangers watching my kids. Why?
Okay.
Uh-oh. What's wrong?
No, it's nothing. Like that's most typical. Like guys, that's how they most typically think. I think, in the sense of like they want to provide. You know, it's in your
Yeah.
nature to provide. You know, and it's in women's nature to be nurturing. It's just roles have changed a little bit where women want to be successful. You're not even saying that that's not something like you're not against. Like I'm sure you would want your wife to be successful in her career, find her passion in that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You gotta find a healthy balance, I guess.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I legit wouldn't mind, man. Like I'm not controlling. I'm not going to sit there and be like, oh, you got this, you got to do that. I'm not doing none of that, man. Like work full time, part time. It's up. If you want to be a stay at home mom, I prefer you to be a stay at home mom. But if that's what if you like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm going to work. You know what I'm saying? All right, cool, that's fine. But I don't want my kid, especially like newborns, like they have daycares where they have like 3-month-old kids the daycare. Like, what the hell? You don't know what these people feeding your damn baby. Like, no, bro. I'm not. I refuse. That's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. To answer your question, nah. She would have to. She would have to move with me. I'm not. That's not happening. I'm sorry.
That's crazy.
I would not be able to sleep at night.
You know, because like I'm a pretty independent person. Even personally, me, like right now, I don't have my own place. I'm still living with my parents because I just graduated.
Yeah. Congratulations. Congratulations.
Congratulations, you too.
Thank you.
But I always told myself before I move in with anybody, I would like to have my own place. Just because I've known where guys are like, oh, you just moved in from your parents' house to your man's house. You're not independent. You don't know how to take care of your own. You don't know how to do this and that and the third, because they assume that, or it's just in their head that the man's taking care of everything once you move in there.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I would not want my man to think I can't take care of myself, because I then will believe that's how they slip up. That's how they slip up. They get too cocky. In my head, I'm a little
cocky like how? Like controlling. Like he'll be like, oh, okay, well, you can't be better than me, or
you think look, I'm a true believer. Of course, like when you truly love that person and y'all riding together, but no one should believe in the relationship that person solely depends on them, if that makes any sense. You know what I mean? So you as a man should not, your girl should not believe, oh, he can't live without me. He can't survive without me. Vice versa. Because if they do, it's more likely, just in my opinion, that they could possibly step out, or they could make a mistake and not really care because they don't value the relationship so much because they feel like they're at higher ground, if that makes sense. I'm going everywhere with this conversation, but
oh, you good. Go ahead. You do your thing. You do your thing.
It's just, you get what I'm saying though?
Yeah. No, I hear you. I definitely hear you. And I think that comes into play with like a lot of guys that has like these type of I don't even know what to call it, man. Like some type of, I guess you can call it a controlling problem, where they'll be like, oh, okay, like kind of like the Ike Turner syndrome, where he's like, well, you need that, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if you know who Ike Turner is. I know you kind of young, you're a little baby out here. I don't know.
I
You know
don't.
Ike Turner and Tina Turner, the guy that was beating up
Tina Turner.
Yeah, her husband. He was like extremely abusive and controlling. Like she couldn't go anywhere, she couldn't do anything. Yeah, like yeah. So okay, so something like that. So he was basically trying to control her, telling her she can't do anything, this, that, and the third. You know, she was the one making the money. He would take the money and put it in his own separate account. And so she would have to call him and ask him to use her own money. Like it was something like that. So I definitely get what you're trying to say.
Couldn't have been.
Yeah. No, there's guys out there that's like that, man. Me personally, I'm not like that. I'm like, I think my issue, because I hear this from my homegirls all the time. They're like, bro, you too laid back. I'm like, bro, I'm not like what I'm supposed to do. Like, see your whereabouts every 5 minutes. Like, no, you grown, I'm grown. You got your own stuff going on.
Yeah, girls are crazy though. Some girls are crazy. They like that. They like a dude who's on their ass 24/7, who's like, where you at? Who you with?
I ain't got time for that. I don't have time for that. I'm supposed to start my doctorates in January. I don't have time to be sitting there checking your. No, that's not happening. I'm sorry. I can't check. My doctorates.
Hey,
well, I ain't get that acceptance letter yet, so we gonna see. Thank you.
That's amazing.
I'm trying, man. I'm trying. I'm the first guy in my family to graduate from high school, so
Oh my
it was
God,
tough.
that's
It was tough.
amazing. That's a true accomplishment.
It was tough. I ain't had nobody to look up to, man. I'm telling you. So when I go hard, like especially on like a lot of the younger guys, when I go hard on them, I'm like, bro, listen, if you wasn't living the damn life I left, you should be doing as good as me or better than me. You should have no problem.
Yep.
No problems, man. So, but anyway, yeah. So
The finish line, I ran past it. So egotistic, so cocky, so conceited, cause I'm better than your average. I'm mad sick when I spit that shit. When I spit that flow, she gon'